Hello, this is Ms. Julia again, Addison Public Library, and I'll be talking to you today about a project for Engineering Day 6, and it's going to be making a paper ornament like this. It's called a geodesic, sort of a big circle like a globe, and it's actually sort of like two domes put together to create a circle. So you might have seen sometimes there are domes where they have plants and different ecosystems inside. There's all kinds of cool buildings with domes. So this will give you an idea scientifically of how that comes about and how you can create it. And so here's what the finished product can look like. I used 4 different colors, but you can use the same color. You can use just 2 colors or a whole variety of colors. And you'll be able to pick up at the Children's Department at Addison Public Library, while supplies last. You'll be able to pick up the instructions and some of the supplies. So how you start out is you need to have 20 circles cut out of, preferably it can be paper or cardstock. So I chose these, I did these 4 colors to make this one, and then for the one I'm going to show you, so these were the 4 colors. I just chose 2 colors, the blue and the yellow. So you need a total of 20 of these circles, and then I want you to be able to see what I'm working on, and so you can see it pretty much up close. So I'm going to bring you closer and also try to scoot it down so you can see better what I'm doing. So you take a circle, for example, this yellow one, and there you go. You cut it, and you cut out of the middle of the circle. Try to be a triangle that will be preferably as equal as possible on each of the 3 sides of the triangle. And what I did with this is I did 2 of them and I glued them together so it'd be a little thicker. 2 pieces of cardstock. It just makes it easier to use the pencil. And then, as I've already got the marks here, but here you hold it so that each of the little points of the triangle, so that each of the points of the triangle just touch the edges of the circle, okay? And then you draw the sides of the triangle with a pencil, okay? And then you'll have this triangle that you can fold. So you do that with the 20 different circles, although you need actually 21 circles or 22 if you're going to do what I did and create your template of a triangle out of 1 or 2 pieces of cardstock. So with the other 20 that you'll be making your geodesic ornament globe out of, you use the pencil on it. So then you want to fold them so that they will look like this. I know it's kind of funny looking, but you're actually folding up the sides of the circle so that you create a triangle. There's the triangle. So I'm going to do that with this one, and there's a trick to this to make it look prettier on the outside. You don't want to see the pencil marks on the outside. So make sure that you fold it so that fold it so that the part that's going to stick out will not have pencil marks. So for example, see this, when you fold it right on where you have your pencil mark. And that means, and you want them to be as equal as possible, these side pieces that turn your circle into a triangle. And so there, the part that's going to show when you glue the pieces together will be this part that's not marked with pencil. There you go. So now I've done that with some of these that can make the dome part of the top dome of my ornament. And I need 1 more. So here's another yellow one. I'm going to put my triangle down and put it closer so you see better. There you go. So I put my triangle template right in the middle. I hold it with my 2 fingers, and then and go like that with the pencil. Oops, it slipped, so you gotta go back, reposition, and then the third side. And then I have my triangle marked, and then now I can, remember, fold it toward the clean side that doesn't have any pencil marks. Fold these 3 flaps inside. Yep, there we go. So now I have these 2 I've made. Now, next, you do that with all 20 of the different colors. Fold them like this. Next thing you'll do is you take, and you probably want to try to alternate colors whenever possible. It just looks a little prettier. Or you can do one side, one color, and others. You know, you can figure out a pattern. So now I'm going to take my glue, and you should be able to do this with a glue stick too. So you put a little glue, just a little glue on that flap, and then glue it to another one. See, so that, and they can bend, you'll see, which will be important for creating a circular 3-dimensional object. So again, the pencil marks are going to be on the inside of the globe, and so all people will see is the unmarked parts. So you want to let these dry a bit, but I'll show you what I got going. So you put first to be able to do the center, the very center of your ornament. That's what we're starting with. You need 10 of these. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 makes the center part. And so I got going earlier. I already have 7 of these put together. And now I'm going to glue the 8th one on, yellow onto blue. And then I have already put together, just a minute ago, blue and yellow. And so I glue those together. See, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue, because I'm just doing 2 colors. And I'll let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to move on to create the top. So I just did the middle, and I'm going to need to do 1 top, 1 dome, and another top, a second dome. So to make the dome, I need a collection of the 2 different colors. And I'm going to try to alternate them, but because there's 5 of them, and there are 2 colors, one color is going to have to be next to the same color. So here's, again, blue and yellow. And then here I'm going to put another yellow. But be careful, because once you get to the 5th one, here's the 4th. You can go flat as long as there are 4 here. But once you get to the 5th one, and you're going to need a 6th to keep it flat, but you don't want it to be flat. You want it to be 3-dimensional. So I'll show you what happens then. So we're going to put glue here on the 5th, and since you're not going to have a 6th and you want it to be 3-dimensional, you put the glue here on there, and then you bend. You have to let it dry a little bit. And what I do is I take these little small paper clips. Can you see it? The paper clips will hold the paper together while the glue dries, so that you don't have to wait as long to put the whole thing together. So now I'm going to put it together. I want you to be able to see this like that. And then I put the paper clip on it, and 1 more paper clip just to be sure. Okay, so I can let it dry like that. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So here's one with 3 yellow ones and 2 blue ones that I did earlier. And you have your little cap or dome. Now, to actually create your ornament, the middle part you're gonna have to put together. That makes it 3-dimensional. So the middle ones have dried out, and so now I can put that together. Get another paper clip. There we go. And that's gonna make, see, the middle part of the dome. Isn't that cool? And then I can put some glue on each of these 5 sides that are 3-dimensional on each of them and attach them to the middle section. And of course, paper clips will help. Might get help from someone else to attach the paper clips, if so. All right, so now the dome is attached to the middle section. And so if this isn't an ornament right now, it's a dome. It's like those interesting buildings that are flat on the ground and then they're circular. They're often made of many, many thousands of triangle shapes, and yet the whole thing looks circular, even though it's not technically, but because it's so big, it looks circular. And it's bent around. And then for the bottom part, a little glue. Again, same thing, just repeat. And I'm hoping that at this point, my glue will have dried on the other part so that I can move these paper clips over to the attachment paper clips. Attach it to the middle section. So there's all kinds of different celebrations different cultures have that include things, the kind of ornament things like this that are colorful and 3-dimensional and that you can hang up in your house. Maybe hang it up by your desk while you're working, and there you go. Look at that. So this one is bicolored or 2-colored, and this one is multicolored. It's got 4 colors. Now the final, once you let it dry, you want to let it dry, of course, and then you take off the paper clips, and that's when you can get a hole punch. And if you don't have a hole punch, come into the library and we will let you borrow one of our hole punches. And you put that hole punch right there in one of them. Look at what will look the prettiest. Because whatever is not so nice looking, like I accidentally put one with pencil marks here, so it's going to be at the bottom, so hopefully nobody will see it. And then you can take a ribbon or some twine and you just put it through that hole, and then you have your bow, and then you have a really nice ornament that you can hang up to keep you company as you're working in virtual school or some other thing you're doing in your bedroom, or that might be your sort of office now. There you go. Hope you enjoy. Come and get the instruction sheet, and you'll be able to also pick up, while supplies last, all kinds of these in different colors. You can pick up 20 of them. And the instruction sheet, you can use that to make your own. Thank you for joining me.